Welcome to the Cognitive Psychology, Learning and Memory lesson on multiple theories of intelligence. By the end of the video, you will learn about Guilford's structure of intellect theory, Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, and Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence. Guilford's structure of intellect theory says that intelligence is not just one thing but a mix of many different abilities. These abilities are grouped into three parts: operations, contents, and products. By mixing these parts in different ways, Guilford suggested there are 150 different types of intelligence. The contents part includes 5 types of information a mind can process: visual, auditory, symbolic, semantic, and behavioral. These types show how our brains understand the world in different ways. The operations part groups cognitive processes into 5 operations: cognition, memory, divergent production, convergent production, and evaluation. Each operation relates to different mental activities like understanding, remembering, creating, solving problems, and judging. The products part is about the results of our cognitive activities. It includes 6 types: units, classes, relations, systems, transformations, and implications. These show how we organize and use information, from simple facts to complex ideas. Guilford's model made us think about intelligence in new ways, but it is also very complex and hard to measure. Critics say it might be too complicated to use easily, but it helps us understand individual strengths and weaknesses better. Howard Gardner proposed that there are many kinds of intelligence, not just one. He suggested at least 8 different types, like linguistic, logical mathematical, musical, bodily kinesthetics, spatial, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalistic. This idea helps us see and appreciate the different talents people have. Linguistic intelligence is about being good with words, both spoken and written. This includes poets, writers, journalists, and speakers who use language to express, persuade, and inform. Logical mathematical intelligence is the ability to think logically, do math, and understand scientific concepts. This type is important for mathematicians, scientists, and philosophers. Musical intelligence is the skill in performing, composing, and appreciating music. It includes the ability to recognize and create musical patterns and rhythms and is important for musicians and composers. Bodily kinesthetics intelligence is about using one's body to solve problems or perform tasks. It's key for athletes, dancers, surgeons, and anyone needing good motor skills. Spatial intelligence involves recognizing and manipulating patterns in space. This is crucial for architects, pilots, sculptors, and navigators who need to visualize and plan spatial layouts. Interpersonal intelligence is the ability to understand and interact effectively with others. This is important for teachers, counselors, salespeople, and leaders. Intrapersonal intelligence is about understanding oneself, including one's feelings, fears, and motivations. This is important for philosophers, psychologists, and anyone needing self-awareness. Naturalistic intelligence is about understanding nature and recognizing features of the environment. This is key for farmers, gardeners, and scientists who work with nature. Existential intelligence is the ability to think about big questions like the meaning of life and the universe. This is important for cosmologists and philosophers who explore deep existential concepts. Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence includes 3 parts: analytical, creative, and practical intelligence. This theory shows that solving problems, creating new ideas, and using knowledge in daily life are all important. Sternberg's theory includes 3 sub-theories: componential, experiential, and contextual. These describe how intelligence works in different settings, from school to everyday life. It shows that intelligence is not just about being book smart but includes a wide range of abilities. While Sternberg's theory is detailed, it is also complex and hard to measure. Critics say the three types of intelligence might be too simple, but it helps us understand how intelligence can be used in many ways. That's it for now. For additional information on this lesson, please look at the content below the video in the online course. To get a list of the important questions and their answers for this lesson, please refer to the guidebook by our publications provided to you with this course for free. It shows you a list of all the questions that have the highest chance of coming in your next exams based on research carried out on previous year question papers. All the best, and I'll see you in the next lesson.